So continuous line drawing is a drawing where you're using one big long line. So when you put your pencil to paper, it should never leave the paper. So you can still be quite sketchy, and I'm still going to be quite light. I'm just looking at this part here. You can move the pencil backwards and forwards. Just trying to get some accuracy, trying to make your drawing look like the picture, and you can keep moving that about. So with this type of drawing, especially because you can't take your pencil off the paper, you shouldn't be worrying about having to rub out. We're trying to get it as accurate as possible, but that is quite tricky when you're not able to take your pencil off the paper. Make sure that when you are drawing, you are looking at the picture 50% of the time and looking at your drawing 50% of the time. What you might notice about insects is that they are symmetrical, which means that if we put a mirror down the middle of the insect, we would see exactly the same thing on each side. Both sides of the insect are the same. I'm going to be quite sketchy. So when you're drawing the pattern, you want it the same on both sides because, like I said, insects tend to be quite symmetrical. Now you can tell that a drawing is continuous line because you'll see these little faint lines where the pencil's moving about, and I suppose that's what makes the drawing special. So keep looking at that picture 50% of the time. You can use different pressures with a pencil, so sometimes you might be pressing a little bit heavier and sometimes pressing a little bit lighter, especially when you're a little bit unsure of how to achieve the shape. So when I'm working out where I need to draw the legs, I'm just looking at the dots that I've made, the sort of the pattern, and all I'm doing is just looking at where the leg is in comparison to that. So this dot here, the leg's just a little bit higher, so just up here it comes down here and then it shoots away here. And just to make the little sort of bumpy bits on the legs, I'm just drawing little spikes. So there's my drawing completed. I could go in if I wanted to, not taking my pencil off the paper, but I could go in and start to add a little bit of tone. So tone means lightnesses and darknesses. So I can see that on this ladybug, the patterned areas are quite dark. So I'm just putting a little bit of darkness in there. Moving my pencil around, not taking it off. And this bit up here is quite dark, so I'm just going to put some little bits of tone up here as well. And then some up here. And there we go, a continuous line drawing.